Real stream starts now. So, how's life? Did you know the singing game was in Esperanto? The constructed language that was supposed to be the global language because they wanted to make this like an easy language to learn. So Esperanto. Anyway, it fits the game very well in terms of the themes of the game. Also, let me close this. You saw me setting things up for like a second. I told you I misclick things all the time. And I don't even know when. My mouse is just too high. My mouse DPI is too high. I was paying attention to other things. I didn't even know I clicked start stream. I just like move my mouse a little bit and it just moves right to start stream by accident. And I accidentally delete someone's message to like this, like in a row. That happens sometimes. Just delete messages like this. And I accidentally click ban Kenny. That's what happens. Okay, not like that, but a little bit like that. I know, a little bit like that. It really does happen though. I accidentally banned someone once or twice. I'm not good with my you see my mouse is just too sensitive. I just move it like well you can't tell from here, but I move a slight bit. It's slight wrist movement. Not even much. Like a slight centimeter. Then it moves over here. I like it like this though. This is how I like it. This is how I'm used to it, since I play on cramped spaces all the time. So I'm just really used to just moving my wrist like a tiny bit. It's super sensitive. I usually I put my DPI on max, and then and my mouse is extra sensitive. And I usually just click things randomly sometimes while just moving around. I just click things. Anyways, did you enjoy me setting up the stream for a second? No, you did not enjoy me saying Esperanto 3 times in a row, failing to spell Esperanto. Sometimes I deserve compliments and, praise for my streaming and entertainment value, I have low self-esteem. You see, I deserve praise and stuff once in a while. Anyways, where was I? Oh yes, loading the autosave because apparently I did not save right before I died. Did I? There it is. Oh, so I'm gonna grab my controller. Say that to me. At least I'm consistent in that front.
Alright then.
I deserve praise. Once in a while. Not too much praise. I just needed one bit compliment a year.
Let's go.
Or maybe every other year, actually. Maybe every other year.
All right then.
What else can I do?
Go.
Studying my virtues, yeah.
Hey. Yep.
That barely counts.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer. Quite.
I see.
That reminds me.
Too low on this chair. Okay, that's too many compliments. Shut up now. Shut up. Stop. Shut this. Over the compliment count. It's only one every year. Any more, I'll die. And I'll ban you immediately. Right before I die. You know, it just makes sense. I'll ban you. You can't go over the limit of every other year. That's your one compliment limit for the day. In this year. Next year, and then you compliment me again. Not allowed unless you want to be timed out.
All right then. Go.
Gonna be timed out, you see.
Hey there. Later. Hey there. Did you know?
What now? All right.
What's that still like need to upgrade anyways? We're gonna be done with this one, so let's just learn. Let's just build my military tactics. Yeah, sure.
If so,
You know what's funny? I was watching a video about Metaphor, you know? Another video about Metaphor, a review. And you know, it's funny, we have those with the same idea for how we want this plot to end. We don't want to give it to the prince, you know, it's an election. They voted for me, why do we want to give the, you know, the kingship to some random guy who didn't vote for it, and it's been comatose for how many years? I did all the work here. My boy deserves the presidency. No. I'm just saying, like, we both agree that he hasn't finished the game yet. He's hoping to go that way instead of, you know, giving it to the prince that's been comatose and we only met him once. I don't think there's different endings. Maybe there's bad endings. There's always been bad endings for these games. Like Persona 5 had a bad ending. Persona 3 had a bad ending. I don't think SMT had like a couple endings. At least some of the SMT games. All the Persona games have bad endings, you know. They're not real endings today, but you know, they're endings. No, the best ending is Louis. Louis Yaoi, of course. That's gonna be the alternate ending. That's you only have two options: Prince Yaoi or Louis Yaoi, of course. That's the only choices you have.
I'd say
Pick.
that's why.
Right.
No.
Ah, you picked the third option. How smart of you. God, I spent $80 on this game. I have to see it through. I was like, yeah. I have to see it through. The cooler chest?
Well,
Yes.
Should have been a pro chess player and won all the tournaments. You could be making more money if you committed to chess.
Ah, goodness.
now then.
I'm knowledgeable.
Why, that's... All right.
Do I love how the start of the game basically says intolerant, you're basically racist at the start of the game. It's kind of funny in terms of the Royal Red Shoes taking it by heart. Anyways, it's dog girl time.
Come on then.
It's you! So we meet again! Maybe you got the better of me last time, but you're about to get some payback. Give me a break! Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen. My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got? I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Early bird gets the glory, what? Let's have a spot of inventive ingenuity.
It's not even that hard. You didn't even need to do all of that. This is gonna be really easy. Really easy.
Rancor!
Nothing!
Charging in.
What level is she anyway? It's like, actually, what level is she?
Looks like we can't
She's level 31.
Come forth, royal soul.
Wow, she's gonna die so quickly. Anyways, the rate increase.
Everyone, to the front.
ready to
Let's
lose.
go.
Nice hit. Last
Warrior.
chance to give up.
I'll cut you down!
Ready to lose.
Not now. Behold, we stand together as the point of a sword.
to get stomped. Nice one, Gab.
This is where you get stomped, missed. Ah, finally. That's how it feels to be on the other side of that.
Vitus power.
Yeah, nice show. Here's some money for your efforts.
Tough one. Come
Here's
forth.
some money for your efforts. I'm really glad that you were here. Here's some money. Oh no, I missed. I missed. You got a crit. She's healing herself. Got another crit. She's really just going after my poor knight here.
Let justice prevail.
But rightfully.
All right, let's go.
Behold my power.
I almost got this through this without getting hurt once. I would have been happy.
No. Why? Oh, why? I trained so much for this. This isn't supposed to happen.
I could have gotten more XP out of
If I say
this.
so myself. I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
I could have gotten more XP out of this, you know.
I've lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's such a low res cart.
Hey.
You've been searching up hexagon chests this whole time.
listen to me.
Anyways, I beat Dog Woman again.
Well then.
I'll make it happen. But
Is money the answer?
that's why. It just ain't right.
Let's change things. I'll finally upgrade my main class soon.
She now a new power.
I'm not letting anyone die.
Finally, I got upgrade the brawler.
As the shadows are stretched to their limits before darkness takes them.
Honestly, I think she's barking at a. I think my dog is barking at a dog outside.
Creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light.
Just got a strong feeling that's what's going on.
Meanwhile, the party rests.
He never
in weary
barks.
souls,
Except when there's a
fatigued
dog.
from the long journey, under the protection
Or when
of
she's
the
being
cold
racist. No, she loves cats. She cries. She has a high-pitched cry. Like, But when it comes to, she loves cats. She hates dogs. I think the dogs hate dogs around here. But she loves the cats. Or she's being racist, you know, either one, you know, either she's being racist. You see, this is how our family is nurtured, you know, they're nurtured in that way. Be racist, useless, and to love, not love cats. Well, to love cats, I guess, but my mom hates cats, but you know. We were nurtured that way to be useless.
All right then.
I'm gonna raise my royal virtues.
What's that? Oh, yeah?
Look at that. All right.
Sounds safe and lovely. You hate the pants? Understandable. I hate everything about the fashion in this game. It reminds me of those fashion shows, not like the bad ones, but you know, the average, you know, extreme high fashion to look. That's what this game reminds me of in terms of their fashion. They went extreme into high fashion looks and outfits. Not really high fashion, but you know,
Hello, Mr. Captain.
really fashion types
Rise
of
and shine,
things,
what? Almost there.
but not fascist. It's my boy.
Haven.
You've been before.
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we were
Honestly, I feel like he's the pro tag of this party.
The smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief.
He feels like he's the
Everything
pro
was so
tag.
different from our hometown in the countryside.
Wait a
I
second.
felt
Yes.
much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village.
You know what's
With
funny?
naught but fields
Look at
and
the back of
mountains.
it. This is design. It's a 4. It's a 4.
Where are you from, Hulkenberg?
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of
I mean,
that
he's the
nation's
most justice-pilled
prominent
one of all.
aristocratic
He loves
houses,
justice,
if
you
not
know?
foremost among
He
them.
wants to execute those bad people.
Well, yes. Though I've no close relationship with my
The
parents.
back of the Batman. You see the Batman, and in the back of his outfit, there's a 4. And you know what 4 means? 4 means death.
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
Gotta connect the lines, you know.
Helm, you were bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows
It took
up.
me forever to realize it's a 4 on his back. I just thought, there's
So we
nothing
simply
there.
watch
There is a
and
4.
wait.
Right. Everyone set and steady? Welcome, ladies and gents, to the coastal crown jewel, Port Brilehaven.
Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of
He's
Oceania.
a bat.
Western annexed state
Like the
of Euphoria,
Batman.
a
Like
vivacious
the
city
famous
that is
goon.
port of call to ships
Well,
of both
he's the
trade
bat.
and war,
There's the bat.
with hardy
Oh no,
sailors,
the
from
bat.
natural wonders caused by magma
Oh god,
to
it's the
costly
Batman.
contests of strength.
Oh no, the
People
bat.
flock
I got
to
the
see
bat. I
marvels
got
of
the
a city
bat.
that never sleeps. The sea guides the gauntlet runner into the city alongside a warm, salty breeze.
The bat. I'm not
It's the
dying,
ocean.
I'm just choking out things.
Just look.
Like my
There's water
saliva.
all the way to the horizon.
I'm choking over my own laughter. My own jokes are killing me. Even in game, the textures are low res.
Totally different.
Yes.
God, he is. I feel like he's
The city
blacker
of
here.
water,
Anyways,
Brilehaven.
And then he really is darker in animation. It's the guy.
Sanctifico, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't
It's
presume
you.
to make rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
He's exactly in the same way.
It's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
I always knew you weren't Argentinian. You weren't.
Ah, would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is
How
still
are
getting
we
on with the
slower
sky
than
runner.
this?
No, I'm sure those.
Aren't we supposed to be the
blasted clergymen have
fastest
some
one?
mechanism for it too. The Sanctus Church funded the Sky Runners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I will. I look forward to it, you know.
I'm
But you
looking
have
forward to it.
wings. Are those wings not functional?
Everyone in the sky with me. Mark my words.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant and his cronies. If it isn't the walking headache. Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
You're referring to me.
You're the man. This is a joke, is it? He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. Tis not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all
Hey,
mad?
Crooks wins
Your
elections.
public
I'm telling you.
humiliation will be quite a sight. Come, Hector.
And that was?
A candidate.
I don't know why the game is stuttering so much.
We don't exactly see eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
I'm gonna close some things.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to bring.
Nah, it's not the VTuber, it's Firefox, probably. I'm gonna close Firefox really
Present all
quick and then
heads.
just close this other tab of Firefox,
really
close all
hope
my
Joanne
98
shows up.
million tabs of Firefox, my different 50 different windows of Firefox. You know, I think that's the issue actually. And then we'll open it back up. Then we'll look at you, and then you know you're back. Let's close MS Paint and you know all this other shit that I don't use. This MS Paint, Spotify thing that's utterly useless. Not the Korean spyware. I know that's not it. They're better with their, you know, they're better than with their stuff than Microsoft is. I'm gonna just close Discord. I'm gonna just quit Discord. I don't ever need to see
You
anything
needn't all
relating to
sleep
this
here tonight,
ever again.
I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Not to give the old
Me?
girl a tune-up
Me,
anyway, don't
I have a MS Paint open
Tis much
for
appreciated.
very recent, very
In
important
that
reason.
case, we should look for an inn about the city. Ah, and we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
Hope it's nothing too weird.
You've nothing to fear. Truly, I find most living things are edible.
You need higher standards, lady.
If you're sure, Nurse, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
Yeah, you.
So be it.
I did
Let's
see it
find ourselves some
ages
lodging.
ago.
Really?
This is a joy.
Probably gonna grab some water real
Oh,
quick.
this blooming heat.
Look at this running animation. You know, they're gonna switch to a different engine. You know, this is still the Persona 5 engine, by the way. You know, the one that's on the PS3. The PS3 engine. They haven't really changed it too much. They haven't duct taped more things to it. I think it's legitimately about the same as it always was.
Yeah?
A little bit of extra modifications from Royal. And Catherine, I guess. But Catherine was the engine.
Yeah?
And you know, and then Persona 5. Same engine, really. They haven't changed anything about it.
Hey.
What's stealing? The same developer group. Same group of developers 90% of the time, anyways. They're switching to Unreal now, so. SMT5, Vengeance, or you know, that game, and Persona 3 Remake. Those games were made in Unreal. You could tell because of the lighting.
Miss Fellow.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
Proper aces.
Hey, mister.
I'm gonna grab some water.
What now?
I'll be back. I have died. Don't you see? I have died. Anyways, I have died tragically. Look at these X's on my eyes. Quickly made this real quick. Okay. Yeah. Let's just leave this here. Died tragically. I'm just dead. I'm so dead. Anyway. Anyways, where was I? Game? Yeah, game. Game. I died tragically while getting water. Now I'm a ghost hunting in this machine. I'm a ghost in the machine. Anyways, let's just get started to the next part of the story. Nice. Let's get started with the next part of the story.
Need a ride? Good choice.
Well then, if you say you'll help.
All right then.
But what is there to do now?
One of the most brilliant weapons for my company of heroes. I want the most brilliant weapons.
This is on sale, right?
Oh,
Indeed.
That's fine.
Now then.
Follow that. Want to make sure my team is equipped and ready for all problems ahead.
Okay.
Who knows what could happen?
Indeed.
oh.
Understood.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect for my boy. Needs that extra evasion.
That's fine.
Oh.
There we go. Everyone's equipped. Honestly, do we really need extra party members? I think this group is just fine.
All right then.
It just means I have to level up more archetypes, which is
All right then.
a pain in the ass.
All
Okay,
right then.
we want to level up more archetypes.
What now?
Hey,
The goods are cheap.
Buy all the medicines. Buy some great fairy dust. Buy some more of these, honestly. This can be very useful.
What now? I'll let my fist do the talking.
I'm gonna switch to the brawler because there's not much else to switch to. Really, there's no other ones I want to switch to.
What now? All right then.
Young man! Young man!
Also, where's more, by the way? I want to go bother the guy. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where's the guy that I want to bother here? There's the Max Danger guy, but who cares about him? Who cares about it?
All right then.
Blast this heat! Oh, what a pity.
But what is there to do now?
Let's rest.
What now?
I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right.
I could just do it from here.
I'm counting.
What's the point of him? Oh yeah, for skill hindrances, I guess. That's the only reason he exists.
Really? Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Well then, if you say you'll have...
What now?
Unless this class actually gives them better stance.
What is it you're looking for? Feel free to stop.
Say,
Whoa!
Oh, I did not want to do that.
All right then.
Oh well, you know, they're just going seeing the king's face. I don't think that was too important. Yeah.
All right then.
What do I do?
my, my.
Yeah?
Oh, this blooming heat.
I see. What?
Hey,
I guess, but... Huh?
oh, this blooming heat.
What is it you require? Yeah.
Yeah?
All right then.
My, my.
What do I do?
All right then.
Just sleep in the tavern.
Hmm.
Enjoy your stay.
Kind of freaky.
Yeah, let's hang out in the spiders den. This is my type of people.
Well, should have figured they'd be.
Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
And that bug was bigger than your
No,
head.
Pull yourself together. It's just a
My god,
Insect.
the background
Listen to
stories
me.
do matter.
You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she would join us?
Who knows?
Who knows?
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the dais. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh,
Last
haha,
supper.
very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
What
This is
are
more-
we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
I don't have eloquence. I haven't lowered my
All
eloquence,
skills
sadly.
and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other. When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
I love you, Milo! I love you forever!
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right.
Democratic.
You'd
This
rather
is
wait
perfect.
for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military
What do you
power,
mean?
the crown's voice means nothing. When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Roussant tribe at its head. Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command. Hear, hear, for Roussant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men. We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open. Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be
I like this one. I like this one. I like the guillotine. I love democracy.
Preach it, Katharina! You're just what this land needs!
I like the
Will the
guillotine.
first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Ford.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
Yeah, my boy Luis is not wasting his time.
I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight.
My boy
and
Luis
shared
is gonna
their
be
true
winning this, I'm
feelings
telling
on
you.
King and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too
God, I
long
love
here, we're bound to
democracy.
get dragged into a nasty argument.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every
Love how
hand.
there's a fucking
All
hippie.
you can drink, all year round.
Woo! Next round's on Loveless.
Let fools be content
Clearly
with their
hippie.
fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too? Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
I love that. God, I'm avoiding the fishing game.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
By all means, let us try it.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis delicious! The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
At least we'll die together.
At least we'll die together.
Oh, well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through. Oh, it's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm battling. A church
I
crier
like
for the
her.
tournament.
I like the
Maybe
detail of her
you
being less,
remember me.
anyways.
Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martira, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
How did you hear about all this?
It's a crier's business to hear things. So
I didn't ask about his day early
have a head
enough.
ready?
Got
Well,
jealous.
let's see. Got our heads
And you know
right
he
here, I
disappeared. That's
suppose.
the story in my head. He just never spoke again after that, after I asked
Let's
about your
see,
day
huh?
first.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, alright?
That cry is an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
My hero. Probably my favorite character.
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Right. Just
God,
got
he would
back
have been
from the
great in the
company,
media.
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
He's a lovely radical. I did get the water. Also, I also have this joke here. I made a joke here like ages ago. Just of me dying tragically. Here's the fatal image of me dying. I died tragically in the war while getting water. You know, I just fell and slept. This is my joke here. So, you know, here's the exit that means I died tragically.
Look at that.
Yeesh.
Look at that.
Good night.
Time
Why?
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That I died tragically. That I showcase better art than you.
The man's sloshed. Again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon!
Yeah, I just
Is
put some
this why
X's and you'll
volunteered
call it
to
a
stay
day.
behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. Tis a precarious position.
He'll come.
No. Now come.
He'll come.
I'm going to splash some water on my face.
He'll come. I believe in them.
What? My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly
Look,
sorry.
it's the child murderer.
We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctuaress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a ballet thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain.
We're gonna execute her on the spot here.
Bottle's
It's a
barely
public
any easier.
execution. Duh.
Was a drop really all it took
We're
to
giving
get
her
you drunk?
trial, which is nice, I guess.
Please do not
We
blame
do
the
like
poor man.
trials.
Talking
It's
to him has
democratic, you
eased
see.
my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let
Not
myself
democratic,
be
but you know,
and
it's, you know, it's law and
regress
order.
to
It's
my vile
orderly.
delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness,
Oh, you know,
you're
we
a
did
woman of
completely
status, and
different
it'll be a
things
big
here.
crowd. We're not looking to instigate
Team
a
for a
public
kidnapped a
stirring
bunch of
here. You can
kids.
explain yourself freely in your own
Fed a
words.
bunch of kids
We
and
can't
regular
ask
human
anything more than
people,
that.
you know, even the guy who tried to stop us earlier ages
Truly,
ago.
I've felt so much
So a
more
lot
at
of people
peace
got
since
fed to, a
last
lot of
we spoke.
innocent people.
The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
it's like,
huh?
Thank you
that's
for everything.
nice. We have laws.
I do hope you win the throne.
I'd rather not, really.
I'd really rather not be king. If it were up to me.
I did not always want to be a lady of a castle, or a sanctoress either. Yet, in some ways, we cannot
This
help
is,
but
I don't
obey our
really like this character. I don't
So it
really
must
like
be
this
for you
plotline
too.
that much.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
All those poor people that got kidnapped and murdered to be fed.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament
Anyways,
for the throne,
hopefully she
the
gets executed.
exhibition of the brave is about to begin. Our monarchs to be will now present to the people
Main
the heads
characters
they
and
seize
that
to
guy and fucking chess piece man. Fucking chess piece man. What's the story of chess piece man?
round is announced. The faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
20! 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church, better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills,
Wife.
presenting the lovely
Wife.
Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello.
That describes a bat.
This city sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them.
Wife.
Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
No, she's the better one.
So she's
I know she's the
a
better
saint?
sister.
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We better stop worrying about her and
Wife is
focus on
truly better
ourselves.
sister.
I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's
Compared to
got
that
eyes on
evil
the
orange hair lady. That evil orange hair lady. She looks evil.
Now the time
Vile.
has come. Let the exhibition
Compared to
of
cute
the
and white hair
brave
lady.
begin. First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of
The singer
monk
lady.
soldiers
Remember
of
the singer lady?
Theocracy.
Had orange hair. Where's blonde? It's orange.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people. Strength
Can't believe
and
they killed you.
compassion in one package.
At least you'll be fed to the
He's got
poor.
the crowd on his side right from the start. Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger. Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound.
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it?
Forget it.
Well, I can bloody well tell
I don't
you
even
I'm
remember who the
smart.
single lady is. She's not wife. That's all that matters. She's
I'll
sister
tell you
to
what
wife.
this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human.
That's a human.
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing. You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never
Okay, yeah, I
occur
guess she's
that
blonde.
the
I
average
guess she's...
citizen has never seen
That was orange for a second, but yeah, she's blonde. Yeah, that's singing lady.
Let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much
Who likes singing
obliged.
lady?
You may
I don't like
step
singing.
down.
That was orange for a second. I was looking at that darker lighting.
On to the next.
Oh my god, it's... Weird.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea? Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Not an octopus. But it is a squid.
Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
My hero.
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
It'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next
Oh my
is
god, it's
Pagan
Chess Man.
Assassin's Prize. Let's see
We're never
what
know,
head
but we're never
we've
gonna
got
learn
now.
anything about Chess Man. We're not gonna hear Chess Man speak.
Thank you,
I'm kind of
candidate
disappointed.
for that helpful
Gave Chess Man the most brilliant design, and you're not gonna let me listen to it.
explanation. Ooh. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's their head?
This is the head.
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martira? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. The chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home Martira. I am here to confess
that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd! Speak sense, woman!
Master Heisme is innocent in all this.